But in the battle for media domination, one band stands column inches above the rest. Outrageous, outspoken, and never out of the papers.
I think when they appeared in the mid-90s, there was a complete void of any sort of rock and roll antics, and in a way their sort of up-yours behaviour to life in general and to anybody who disagreed with them was an exciting shot in the arm, which is why, you know, they ruled Britpop for 5 years.
Just last year, the papers carried 760 articles on Oasis. Over the past 5 years, Oasis could have filled The Sun cover to cover 39 times. But how much of the hype is premeditated media manipulation?
I think probably they've always had the attention, but I think they'd be bad boys if they weren't in the music business. They'd be behaving like that anyway.
The recent Q Awards demonstrate Liam's inspired nose for publicity. Oasis won Best Live Act, but Liam dominated the headlines for his attack on fellow star Robbie Williams. He could have left quietly, but he couldn't resist giving the photographers another front-page snap.
They're quite heavy drinkers, and particularly at that awards, I mean, Liam was drinking triple brandies at about midday, so it was inevitable that it would probably all go off, and it did in spectacular fashion. When I was talking to him about 11 hours later, he'd been drinking constantly, and he was drinking bottles of Grolsch, and he was just throwing them behind his head. When he finished with them, they were just smashing on the floor, hitting people in the head, and he wasn't even looking where they were going.
The Gallagher brothers are just peasants from Manchester. They're no different to me. You know, I was born in a council estate in Slough. They were basically born in a council estate in Manchester. And their mentality remains, as I hate to use the word working class, but that's their mentality. So therefore, when they come out of their house, if they see you trying to take a picture, they're not a star. They're just a Manchester City fan who'd be quite happy fighting in the strip then on a Saturday night. That's all they are.
Yeah, and he told me to shut my mouth and like carry on. I'm like, which is fine, because I like that.
Who told you to shut your mouth?
Some panhead who wants stabbing with a pickaxe.
That's enough. That's enough, lads.
On their 1997 world tour, Liam headbutted a young British fan in a bar. More headlines followed, but for rock journalist Paolo Hewitt, who accompanied the band throughout, it was a revealing incident.
This actually is the crux of the tension at the heart of Oasis. You're sitting in a pub having a drink with your bodyguard, and you're minding your own business. The guy comes up and takes a photo of you. He doesn't ask your permission, he just comes up and takes a photo of you. You ask him to stop doing that. He takes another photo. So then you ask him again, he takes another photo. So then, fourth time, you're a bit more aggressive, and he takes another photo. Fifth time, he gets laid out. Now, Liam's point of view is that if he was in a pub, or if you were in a pub, or if I was in a pub, and a guy came up and put a camera in your face and did that 5 times, you'd get annoyed about it. So why shouldn't he react like that? Noel's position is, you're a rock star, you know, you have a certain responsibility, you should not be acting in this manner. And that is the tension at the heart of Oasis.
Spoilt brats or masters of self-promotion?
Yeah, we just spoiled. Missed it.
Every performer, anybody who's the leader, they're the ones with the domineering personalities, you know, the stubborn little bastards who won't listen to anything you say, you know, they're the ones. As John Lennon said about the Beatles, to get to the top, you got to be a bastard, and the Beatles were the biggest bastards of all.